Hello, we are back and walking towards this dual tribal council that is happening in just minutes. Walking back towards the tribal council area. Both tribes will be filing in shortly and we will have a crazy long tribal. Here looking on are a lot of our previously voted out players. They are going to take in all the drama as it unfolds. And here we have, the Green Tribe walking in, followed by the Pink Tribe. Everybody except those at Exile filing into this tribal council. So you will not see Angela and you will not see Steph. They are away at Exile. Wow, this is a mega setup over here. Wow. Oh my God, I think that thing has a stinger. Holy shit. Okay, I'm sorry. I think a baby wasp was just crawling around on my arm. Okay, we're fine. All right. So here we are at a tribal council with the most people sitting at it that I have ever seen yet this game.
Hello. A lot of you. I'm not going to be rude, but I might ignore you guys for the first 4 minutes. Start with you guys. You guys are going first. Okay. Ciara, you smiled at me, so I'm going to start with you.
I just smiled because you said we never smile.
You just seem so upset. I'm trying to make tribal council a happier spot. I'm curious about that last challenge. I mean, you guys are in the trapezoidal shape and you kind of have decisions to make, who to go after. And I'm curious how you made that decision. Did you go after people you thought, were you strategic in trying to make sure someone ended up with an immunity that you wanted to have immunity?
Not necessarily. I mean, we did not expect to be going against each other in that. And so we were planning on, who we're going to pair up with there and maybe knock them off. Or we were kind of scoping out. And, weren't expecting that. So we really didn't have a strategy as far as who was going to go. We all just kind of, all right, let's do this.
Yeah.
So.
Rob, do you feel like you needed the necklace?
It's just always good to come to tribal safe, whether or not you feel comfortable or uncomfortable in your tribe dynamic. It just feels good. I'm sorry. It just feels really good to have it. And, it's just individual immunity. Like, you're safe. You don't have to worry about idols, blindsides, anything like that. Like, you're just good. So you vote and you're still there.
Congratulations. It looks good on you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sarah, I asked Steph this question last time when you weren't here, but, we saw John go. Last time we saw Katie go. Last time Steph was the lone person of blue here. Now you're the lone blue person here. How does that feel at this tribal council? What kind of conversations were you having with these four to kind of make sure that, you're going to stay safe through this tribal council?
Well, it feels like shit. And conversation-wise, we had 10 minutes. So we didn't have the half hour and the, the time that you could have to have those, and they were eating and ooh, you guys want to chat. So it's not a great place to be in.
Do you feel like you're in on a plan, or are you confident?
I have my plan.
You have your plan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Caitlin, after both of these tribal councils, we're going to be down to 11 people left in the game. We're trimming away the fat per se. How do you feel like you're approaching this vote for your long-term strategy?
It's really tough when there's a clear group here with one. Sorry.
That's okay. I can count. Sometimes not all great all the time.
So let's say even if I wanted to, it's still the minority, so.
Okay. Chris, that was pretty blatant. And I can also count. I think I count 6 out of 13. Do you feel like that makes you as a green member, threatening? Are you worried about that at this point?
I think with our success rate, we've obviously put some targets on our backs with the other tribes, obviously. But once we merge, if we do merge, it'll all be individual at that point.
Okay. Well, do you guys have anything else to say? No? Alright, I think we are going to have you vote now. So, Rob, you're up. Actually, well, Rob, you want to keep the necklace?
I do.
You do want to keep the necklace. Alright, now you're up.
Darn it.
It's fun, I didn't get to ask that.
All right, away goes Rob. So the pink tribe will be voting just for one of their own pink people, but as we saw, green was listening in. So we're just gonna step away briefly while pink votes to have a little chat, and we shall return. Okay. All right, walking away from a lot of people attending tribal. So, I don't know. I don't know how much there really is to talk about. Everyone seemed kind of to be saying, it's us green and, Sarah as the blue. So I don't know if they are literally just telling it like it is at the tribal because they're tired and they don't think that Sarah has anything, or if they're just trying, if certain people are just trying to cover up like a bigger plan at play. We know last time that Pink went to tribal council, the vote got split. And so it was Sierra, Steph, and Katie that all caught votes, and I assume that potentially, Green was voting together, and I do not know if they will continue on with that or if they will kind of pivot to something else. So Grazia asking about how Rob had that individual immunity. The two tribes are at tribal council right now because they both competed in a challenge for individual immunity because both tribes were going to tribal no matter what. So in that scenario, they were competing for individual immunity and Rob won it for his tribe. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I thought I heard something in the woods. I still kind of do. Okay, we're gonna step away from that area. Yikes. Let's see what else. Steph, again, away in exile for this tribe, so I'm sure she's potentially really glad right now to not be sitting in Sarah's shoes this time around, considering that she caught votes last time. But I don't know. So we will see if Green will continue to kind of dominate, or if they are going to split up and something else is at play here. But we will not be finding that out for quite a while because after they all vote, we will then be switching over and Green tribe will be having their own tribal council. Votes will all be revealed at the end. Regarding immunity idols, the only ones that are, the only one that's in play right now I think is with Albie on the Green tribe. I believe he is the only one currently with an idol. Alejandro and Logan both voted out earlier in the game with idols in their pocket. And I believe those are the only 3 idols that have cropped up so far. Although, at Exile Island they have been receiving clues to an idol each round that they are there. So, there is another idol out there. I think you can check the chat to find out where that is, but it is closer than you might think. So we're gonna head back in. I believe Pink is close to being done voting, and we're now gonna switch our attention to the Green tribe, who will now have their own set of questions to answer and then their own votes to cast. Ooh. So back we come. Nearing the end of Pink's tribal council time. Just waiting on Sarah to get back from voting. And we're all just waiting together. Guys, no talking right now. No talking during voting. Thank you. All right, so all of pink has voted. We will turn our attention
All
over
right.
to
I will
green.
not go read the votes, but Rob, can you pass that necklace to your left?
Cameron has shifted
How's it
his
going?
podium in their direction.
Waylon, it looks good on you as well. I'll start with you. You know, there's 11 people sitting here, and you are the only person from the original Pink tribe. You feel like that was a huge, necklace to have here?
You know, immunity is sort of like the bug net that y'all gave out for reward. It'll only protect you for so long. So I'm very happy to have it at this point in the game, but I know it's just temporary. So it's just another stepping stone.
Okay. Emily, in terms of, Waylon being here, it's 3 blue tribe members, 2 from the original green tribe, and Waylon is kind of the odd person out. Or, but go for it, yeah.
Whatever crowd.
Yeah. Do you feel like you were approaching Waylon to bring him in, or do you feel like you were going the opposite and treating him as the odd man out prior to the necklace? Does the necklace kind of change how you approach him?
Well, I mean, you had Angelo with you before, so he had some close support that he knew, but I don't think,
No, we were nice.
Okay.
We were nice.
So, Damien, I saw you guys pairing off a lot in groups of 2s. What are you telling the rest of the tribe? I mean, are you talking about, the people on the other tribe that you can work with? Are you talking about staying strong with this group? What are you saying to say, hey, I'm with you and we can work together?
I try to be honest. Say that I think once we switch to, once we combine tribes, then it's sort of individual, and I think alliances and whatnot will get a lot more flux and willing to work with people. I think I'm more concerned now about people that I don't want to compete against than bigger picture dynamics.
Albie, Damien said that the game, might be switching to more of an individual nature. With that comes possibility for, the challenge threats to kind of show out. Is that something that you're taking into account here with your vote?
I feel like I'm looking at who I can trust in the game, because you could be aligned with somebody you could trust and it's a challenge threat. So I feel like it's more important to have people you trust or people you can work with or people you like rather than people who are good at challenges.
Okay. It's a goose. Barry, we're pretty far into the game. Is there a lot of discussion about idols? Are you worried? Is that something you're planning for with your vote?
I don't want to confirm or deny, but there's definitely discussion about it. I mean, we've assumed that there's been idols probably at camp. There's obviously, I would be shocked if there weren't idols at Exile. So yeah, that's definitely a big consideration because idols can definitely shake things up considerably.
Do you notice people looking? I mean, you said you figure they're at camp, maybe at Exile. Is that something that you are watching as people kind of go off?
A bit, yeah. I mean, I feel like we've actually been pretty open, kind of chatting, looking to a degree, at least in the last day or so.
Yeah. Justin, he says there might be idols at Exile. You were just at Exile. Obviously, you missed a chance to kind of spend some time with your tribe, but do you feel like that might put a target on your back, that people think that there might be something there?
I don't think so. The people that I've worked with, I trust, and if they think that I have an idol, then they're wrong because I don't have one. Yeah. No.
All right, pretty direct. Does anyone have anything else to say before we get to the vote? No? We'll start with you, Emily.
All right, and away goes Emily, the first of 6 Green Tribe members here at Tribal Council, going to cast her vote. And again, we will just walk away and discuss what we have just heard. Maybe I can find a patch with some shade this time and less scary animal noises. You should have seen my face when that goose started honking behind me. I thought it was a monster. Okay. Ooh, I see a nice patch of shade. And I don't have to look around like crazy because everyone is at either Tribal Council or Exile. So I don't have to worry about things as much anymore. So nice. Okay. So we're gonna go over here. Okay, I can do this. There's bugs over here, but it's no scary animals, so it's fine. Hi, so had some very interesting answers in this last portion of the Tribal Council. Damien and Albie sitting next to each other, asked pretty much the same question and had polar opposite answers. Damien admitting that he is now looking ahead to the later game, but from a standpoint of who can I beat in challenges, I want them gone. Interesting strategy given that he is in a stacked tribe right now, with a lot of strong challenge competitors, so pretty bold and I guess maybe really honest, possibly, thing to say. He did talk about how he is trying to be honest out here, and honesty may or may not be the best policy when it comes to Survivor. So we will see if that has affected anything, or if he will be, sticking around. Albie, meanwhile, valuing the strength of an alliance and a bond and trust, looking to go deeper in the game with people that he can rely on and work with. So 2 completely different strategies looking forward, but at least they are looking forward, because at this point in the game, if you're not looking more closer to the rest of the game and considering that, then you're already behind and it's not good. Emily having a very odd answer about about Waylon, just being like, oh, we were nice, which I think convinced no one about that. I do not know how happy Waylon is or isn't to have that around his neck. I imagine pretty pumped, given that he has been to so many tribal councils as an old pink, and been eligible to be voted out so many times and finally is not. So I'm sure, regardless of the situation, it feels really nice to have that immunity necklace around his neck. But I don't know. I don't know who's sticking together, who's coming apart. I don't know. It sounds like at the very least for Albie, maybe tribal lines aren't as important anymore. But I don't know. I guess we will have to wait and see as soon as they are. Oh, also, so again, Albie on the current green tribe is holding an idol. Do not know if it will come into play or not at this point, but he does have one, and I believe he has the only one out of any player right now. I think he's the only player to possess an idol. Oh, I do know. Yes, others do know about his idol. I do actually know that Waylon has all of the papers and everything from Alex's old idol on pink. He does not have the idol itself because Alex was not allowed to give the idol to any of his old pink players once he was voted out, but he did give all of the papers and everything. However, it is a pink idol, so obviously he cannot really play it off right now because he is on the green tribe. So we don't know if that will come into play later on, but right now I don't think he has to worry about it because that immunity is sitting right around his neck. So we're gonna walk back in and all of the votes will be tallied and then read, and we're about to find out who the next 2 people to leave this game are. So we're just gonna come back into the tribal council area. Cameron already gone to start tallying all those votes. Again, 2 different tribals happening, 2 sets of votes to organize and read and count, and 2 tribes that are just awaiting what is to come. Again, we have Pink Tribe that voted a while ago, had their tribal council. Green that all just voted. And again, for those just joining us, lots of players are also audience members for this tribal council, having been voted out, but sticking around, invested, and wanting to see what will happen next. Players starting to look down the way because they can hear Cameron and Brandon coming back with all those votes.
Okay, this goes for both tribes at the same time. Anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play one, now would be the time to do so. Yes.
This is useless after this round, and I would hate for this thing to sit in my shoe for another day. I'm gonna play that on myself.
Okay. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Albie do not count. I'll start with the pink votes. First vote. CR. Second vote. Sarah. It's 1 vote each. Third vote. Sarah, that's 2. Fourth vote. And the next person voted out of Can You Survive 2021, Sarah, who's bringing your torch. Sarah, the tribe has spoken.
All right. And away Sarah goes. We will be getting last words with her in a minute. After we figure out what to do with that torch.
All right. First vote. Emily. Second vote. Damien. Third vote. Emily. That's 2 votes, Emily. Fourth vote. Justin. Fifth vote. Justin. That's 2 votes, Justin. 2 votes, Emily. 1 vote, Damien. Sixth vote. Damien. We have a tie. That's 2 votes, Damien. 2 votes, Justin. 2 votes, Emily. You guys will re-vote. Cannot vote. You can only vote for those 3. The only people that can vote are Barry, Albie, and Waylon. So we'll start with you, Barry.
All right, we have a tie, so away they go. We will stick around this time. Actually, we'll step away for like half a second. We'll just step away. Because why not? Okay. I'll just walk a little faster. And we'll get back to chatting because I want to address something that Michael just said in the chat. That idol was not necessarily wasted. Albie's idol actually expired this round. So it would be useless to him after this. So I believe that is why he decided to play it. Not sure if it's just to, get it out of the picture and like really prove to people like, listen, I don't have it anymore. In case he was worried about kind of people not believing him and that really he could play it later but was lying. So he might have just gotten it out there. He used it to build trust, I believe, with Steph and maybe another person, but I don't remember who that is. And sometimes that's even more valuable than just keeping yourself safe in a tribal. So this time it cannot tie, Mallory. Only 3 people are eligible to vote. So Barry, Albie, and Waylon are the only 3 votes that are voting. So inherently, oh, actually it could tie 1-1-1. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have a feeling that won't happen, but we'll find out. Okay. And we are back in the tribal council area, awaiting these revotes. Okay. Waylon coming back. All right, and away we go to count these 3 votes that were just cast. And now we wait. Sarah's seat vacant here, as she was just voted up. Michael, I do not believe so, no. That was not an option. But great question.
Okay. On the revote. First vote. Emily. Second vote. The next person voted out of Can You Survive? Emily.
Grab your torch.
I'll hold it. Emily, the tribe is spoken.
All right. Emily and Sarah voted out of these tribal councils. We will be getting last words with them shortly.
All right, kiddos. Get out of here. Leave the necklace.
All right.
Go back to the calendar.
And we will go ahead and get last words from both Sarah and Emily.
Are you gonna do it at the same time?
I think like talking to one and then talking to the other, yeah. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get some last words with Sarah first. Yes, hello. Hi. Yeah, we're gonna walk on down the way. We'll chat, and then Emily will we'll grab you, and we'll chat second. So. All right. No, we can find a patch of shade. We can go beyond this truck over here, and hopefully there will be. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we get lucky. But we can search for some shade. That is fine. Let's see. Let's go a little beyond it and see if there's. I don't know. I feel like the truck is maybe in the only shade, which is interesting. All right. So it might be. Okay. There is. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, we're good. Good. So this is your time. This is your last word. So this is your time to share anything you want to share with our viewers, and then I'll ask you a couple of questions to end things off.
So, made it as far as I did last time, and I have to tell you, I'm not too disappointed, because this is where I also get to enjoy the other part of this. So, it's not the end of the world. If I was going to go out, I would rather go out now than like one or two into, and be in the jury. So, I'm sure the jury's going to be lots of fun, but not as much fun as I'm going to have watching everybody else. So,
That's the spirit.
I got cold beer in the Jeep, so we're ready to go.
Very nice. And like you said, you've made it about halfway through day 3, so you've made it a really long way. Lots to be proud of out here. Would you just let us know maybe one thing you're most proud of about yourself and your time out here?
I was really excited to actually go to Exile.
Sure.
Because it was something I didn't, I haven't had to, gotten to do before, and it was actually, it was, I don't know, that was just it was a new element of the game before. And got to meet some really awesome people again that will probably be friends for a long time.
Awesome. And what would you say one of your favorite memories or favorite moments in this game has been?
You do realize I haven't eaten in like days.
You're one question away from getting to eat.
One of my favorites. I really liked some of the challenges. I think some of the favorite moments, of course, were winning challenges. My mind's blank right now, so I can't think of one specific. Good. But such a wonderful job was done with these challenges, and it really made it so fun. And there was well thought out, well organized, and definitely something I would highly recommend to anybody to do.
Thank you so much. Brandon, our host, has worked super, super hard for many months to put this together. So we always appreciate that feedback, and it makes us so happy that our players are enjoying the challenges that have, been set up. And last question for you. Obviously, you were playing for a great cause. So this is your chance to shout them out, let the viewers know what they're all about.
Awesome. So I was playing for Pets for Vets, which is an organization. I believe there's a chapter in Portland, Maine, and there's another one somewhere else. But what they do is this organization goes to humane societies and shelters, rescues animals, and prepares them, trains them, get them ready to match with veterans that need companions for all the reasons that veterans might need a nice companion.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it, and congratulations on raising some money for Pets for Vets. We're going to go ahead and leave you in the hands of our lovely Jazzy, and Livestream is going to walk away and chat with Emily now. So we will just find our way back to Emily. Okay. There you guys are. Hi.